Bryce is a grimy and tough kid. That's one thing we found out with this fight. And I think this is kind of a great way of experiencing that, right? Now, obviously getting the win and still being in a tough fight and being in some tough spots and having to really dig deep and put that guy right back on his mat, right back on the mat, I thought showed that Bryce is a game competitor. He's not a guy who's going to just go away if he gets hurt. So I thought that was a good sign. Yeah. But for Fili, unfortunately, I think you are correct that this kind of solidifies that gatekeeper status, right? I mean, he called out Bryce Mitchell. He was the guy who wanted this fight, and he failed in his attempt. And I thought that, you know, the first round, he was dominated. You could have an argument that was a 10-8, actually. I thought the second round, he did a much better job coming back. Bryce Mitchell almost stole that round. I thought Fili just edged him out because of how it finished. And then the third round, I thought he was dominated again. So unfortunate for Fili, who now really has to dig his way back. And, you know, it's really tough, especially given his inconsistency over the last couple of years.
My God, I come back home and look at that, guys. Obrigado pelo carinho. Thank you, Dylan. Thank you so much. You're amazing. Thank you. I love you, buddy.
Is it accurate? Did you apologize and say I'm sorry after you knocked him out when you guys were down there?
Yeah. I told him I was sorry for knocking him out.
It just, I mean, it speaks to the respect that Anderson has engendered, but you know, can you say in your own words why you felt the need to say that to him?
I felt bad. Yeah, I felt bad, man. I mean, leading up to the fight, there was a lot of emotions. And we all know Anderson is a G and what he's done for the sport. So a guy like me that he inspired years ago as a kid, or, you know, I think I was maybe 22, but it was hard. It was hard to kind of separate those emotions and fighting your idol and beating him up and potentially kill him. It was weird. So, yeah, right after the event, all the emotions just came out. I mean, even today, I woke up like fighting it like, shit, how am I gonna deal with this? But yeah, I said, I'm sorry.
Jon Jones, he made some good points about the number of defenses he had made.
Yeah.
Any thoughts on Jones?
I've been telling you guys Jon Jones is the GOAT forever. He's not the pound for pound best fighter in the world right now, though, but.
I am so excited to be a fan December 19th, a week after the pay-per-view, and watch this main event. Like, I think this is a hugely compelling main event, and Kenflo and I were going to talk about it. What do you think about Chimaev and Leon Edwards coming up here in about 7 weeks?
Man, I'm with you on that. I think it's going to be a great fight. I mean, when was the last time Edwards fought? It's had to be
long time ago.
He seems like he just has been totally out of the picture, and this kid's been active. I think that's going to play into it a lot. And big test for Chimaev. I mean, Edwards is squared away. I don't know, like, what he's been doing in the off time. I hope he's been. I mean, obviously he's been training, but it seems like it's been a year since we saw him at least. I don't know. And then let me just say one thing with Weidman. It was Chimaev that called out Weidman. Weidman didn't call out Chimaev. He's just he's not going to back down from a fight.
Of course.
And my sentiments were, hey, if you're going to get him now. I mean, if that's what he wants, you know, we don't know like Kenny says, there's not a lot on him. Let's find out. You know what I mean? And I think the Edwards fight is going to prove that also. We're going to know if he's the real deal or not. We're going to see if he's got holes in his games that can be exploited in the future. And this is a big test. He seems like a young kid who's very, very brash, who we're going to find out, man, because
no doubt.
I think, he's definitely talking a huge game, and he has smashed some guys, but now he's going to get a guy that, has been around for a while, that's fought some really good guys, and we will get a good gauge on what the ceiling is for this kid after this fight. But
Edwards is slick, man.
It's almost like what Kevin Holland said, give me a name guy, you know what I mean, instead of guys that are coming in for the first time. We want to, I think he's right with that. Let's see what he's got. Put him in there with guys that have some name value, and he looks like a scrappy kid, Holland. And I'd like to see where he go, how he fares against some of the guys that have been around for a while. And same thing for Chimaev. There's a huge test. There's a big jump.
Would you fight anyone not in the top 4? No. My answer is no to that because, I'm already being talked about fighting somebody in the top 4, so there's no reason for me to ever think about fighting somebody outside the top 4. Dana has put me in there. The UFC has promoted me and put me in there. So, listen, guys, I asked for it, I got it, and it remains to be seen whether or not I deserve it or not. So we'll find out. This is a good question. What belt are you in BJJ? I am a white belt. I don't have a belt. I never got a belt. Never did traditional BJJ. Never put on a gi. So I don't actually have a belt. Would I fight Nick Diaz when he returns? Absolutely. I would fight Nate or Nick Diaz. I have nothing against them, but those are big fights. Those are big names. I came to the UFC, number 1, to win the title, and number 2, to get big fights. You talking Poirier, Conor, Ferguson, Gaethje. You talk Diaz, both Diaz brothers. You talk, big names in the lightweight, welterweight division. Colby Covington, George Masvidal. What's up, brother? How are you, brother? Tommy. Dude, you did grow a beard, dude. What's up? Grizzly Adams did have a beard. My man Tommy grew a beard. Didn't even recognize him. I'm doing an Instagram live. Okay, awesome. What are you doing? Where are you going?
I just got back from Kansas City.
Oh yeah, dude. Freaking Patrick Mahomes crushing it.
Unbelievable, man. I had to be my quarterback on the Broncos. So
oh yeah. Dude, Mizzou guy.
Yeah, that's right.
Dude, let's grab some lunch soon.
Let's do it. Absolutely.
Dude,
I'll
good to see you.
okay?
Yes, sir. All right, good to see you, Tommy. Dude, I did not recognize you. That is crazy. I'm like, dude. All right, see you, brother. So yes, I would fight any of those guys. Good to see you, Tommy. Dude, I did not recognize you. That is crazy. I'm like, dude. All right, see you, brother. So yes, I would fight any of those guys. Sorry about that, boys and girls. But man, when you see a friend, that guy is actually for you American football fans. Tommy Condon, Sr. started CAA football, and his son. What are you doing here?